Oi. Oi. Let me see here. Good morning. Last day of 2025. That's right. I got a question for you guys. You guys know very much about snowblowers, like electric snowblowers? I'll turn this torpedo heater off in a second. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I've only got about 20 minutes and then I got to get out of here. So I figured I didn't have very much time this morning because I had other responsibilities to take care of. Remember to hit that thumbs up if you would, please. Snowblowers. Battery operated snowblowers. I've got a snowblower that says it's a 40 volt snowblower, but one compartment is a storage compartment for an additional battery, and the compartment that the unit drives off of only... Good morning. Rocker, good morning. So one's a storage compartment and one's an actual slot that the battery gets used off of, and when that one runs down, you swap it over. And it's called they're calling it a 40 volt snowblower. And I don't know how that makes any sense to me, because technically if one's a storage compartment, it's not running off that battery. It's only running off one battery. So it would be a 20 volt snowblower with an additional battery slot, so you can have it while you're out instead of going back to your garage. Maddie, good morning. Harl Rider, good morning. So is that false advertisement? That's what I mean. I'm just asking questions. To me, that would seem like false advertising. Because it doesn't actually operate off 40 volts. I'm just confused by the whole thing, you know. Why call it a 40 volt system when I think we only got like an inch? That's it. We didn't get very much. And I wanted to do a video on that snowblower today because I was really impressed with it. And I'm even more impressed the fact that it operates off one battery and does as good as it does. But what I don't like is how the company says it's a 40 volt snowblower, and it's not. It only operates off 20 volts. You can't put both batteries on at the same time and make it run off both batteries. To me, that's false advertising, is what I'm trying to say. So I reached out to the company and I emailed them and I said, hey, wait a second, I just used this thing and I did my driveway and my front sidewalk, and it worked great. It worked phenomenal. We didn't get very much snow, but from what I can tell, it actually worked really good. But it only pulled power off one battery, and I noticed the other slot is a storage slot. So is this really a 40 volt system? Because it doesn't seem like it is. It seems like it's being advertised as one, but that's not how this unit actually works. So I'm waiting for them to give me feedback on that. And that will determine whether or not I release the video. I don't know. I don't like when people say false things and I can't actually back it up with a video that I put out, and then I'm like perpetuating a lie. And then one of you guys come back to me and be like, "What the heck, man? You lied to me. This is not a 40-volt snowblower. It's only a 20-volt snowblower." And the thing is, it's a name brand company that a lot of you say you already have their products. So, yeah, I guess I'll wait to see how they respond. How EV companies overestimate range, 300 miles, really 100? Absolutely. I agree with that. A lot of people were coming into the dealerships when that Mach-E came out, and they were like, man, you guys are advertising a way higher mileage than what this thing actually will put out. Well, little did they know, they didn't read the fine print. Howdy. It says like in the owner's manual that if you're running like the radio and the AC and the rear defroster and all this other stuff, that range drops down tremendously. Well, that in itself is deceptive to me, because those are typical things that people run in their vehicle when they need to. So you mean to tell me I get 300 miles if I turn everything off and I only drive the vehicle? But you're advertising it in big letters like, oh, you get this 300-mile range. Well, how about you don't do that and stop being deceptive and confusing people and taking advantage of them, and actually talk about, hey, with all the normal accessories on and using everything that you would normally use, the range is only like 220 miles versus if you had it all shut off, you can get up to 300, 325 miles, but they don't do that. All right. You guys got anything you want to chat about, talk about? What's good in the hood? I'm just working out here, man. I've got some new videos I want to put out, but I'm not sure how I'm going to put them out yet. We'll see, though. We will see. You think Trump is going to come true with his tariff checks? I don't know, man. I have no idea what he's going to do. I have no clue. I mean, it sure be nice to get some more parts for the Grand Marquis. I shouldn't say that. What I would do if I got a tariff check is I would invest it in my Roth or my 401k. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the stock market or not, but it kind of looked crappy over the last week. All the stocks and stuff kind of dropped out of nowhere, and especially like Tesla stock. So I started building a little Roth on Robinhood, and I started with like a couple $100 like 6-7 weeks ago, and then I don't pull the money out. I leave the money in, and if I make like, you know, 10-12 bucks a share off my stock, then I turn around and I sell it. Or maybe, you know, it's $5 a share, whatever it is. If I can tell it's not going to go up that high in a while, I'll sell it, make a few dollars off of it. A day or two later, reinvest it back in the market, sell it again, make a few bucks off of it, 10, 15, 20 bucks. Pull it back, or sell it, put it back in, make a few more, and I'm up to, in that little Roth, with just a couple $100 starting, I'm up to almost $575 in just like 6-7 weeks doing it that way. And I'm slowly building on the money that I'm making, and I'm not paying taxes on it because I'm not pulling it out. I'm leaving it in, and I'm going to try to build it for as long as I possibly can until I'm, I think you got to be like 59 years old before you can pull it out. Then I also have a 401k that I'm trying to build. Not sure an electric snowblower would cut. It probably wouldn't, and something like that, man. Let's be real. So those are things that are just the unspoken things that we all realize. You're looking forward to starting 2026? Heck yeah. Because I'm gonna get down to 250 in 2026. I'm wondering where I'm gonna be at by my birthday. I've been trying really hard. Okay. Kind of hurts a little bit. I probably shouldn't be doing that with this shoulder. Probably should not be doing that with this shoulder. Huh. I thought it would feel better than that. It doesn't. Great goals. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Just trying to stay positive, trying to stay active, just trying to keep at it and don't deviate from the path, you know. Breaking: Israeli woman Inbar Ayman, 27, who was kidnapped from Nova Music Festival. Huh? We gotta figure out what that's all about. I don't know what that's all about. No clue. that did not feel good doing that incline press at all. Yeah, I don't know what old Donnie's doing. Yeah, I got the 80-volt commercial snowblower over here if I really need it. I put it up for sale because I don't need anything that big and that aggressive, but whatever, it is what it is. I'll hold on to it. I'm not too concerned with snow here right now, especially we had a week of nothing but 40, 50 degree days, and then all of a sudden it dropped down out of nowhere down to 15, 10, 20 degrees almost every day. And now all kind of people are sick and coughing and got the flu and sinus infections. And it's like Mother Nature's like, oh, you feel good? Here, I can fix that. Bam, hits you with the good stuff. I gotta start getting up and focusing on my workout first and then doing the chores second. I've been not spending enough time doing it, but because I haven't been eating a lot of carbs and sugar, other than from like green veggies and just being super clean about how I eat, my energy levels have dropped down like crazy. So last night for dinner, I got a big bowl of Dad's stuffing, his homemade Polish stuffing, and that's what I had for dinner. I needed to carb up a little bit just to feel just normal again for a little. So I think that's what I'm going to do, like every one or 2 weeks, maybe every week, just have one meal without a lot of fat and protein and mainly just carbs, and just replenish and then get back in it again. Just because it was really messing with me. I wasn't really feeling the strength whenever I would try to work out. I'd have to push myself extremely hard just to get through the workout, versus if I was having some carbs, it would be a little bit more advantageous to actually, recover and get the power and stuff in my workout that I wanted. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. Ain't get very much done this morning. I got something done. At least I'm doing something. You ain't got to be here, Wordy. I'm not, can't watch a bloke work out too gay. You obviously have no filter. And instead of making friends, and I get what you're saying though, but that's not the first interaction you want to have with somebody you're just meeting. Anytime you meet somebody and that's the first time you let the flaps loose and a bunch of shit come out, you've just burned the bridge. It could have been a great friendship and it could have been a good dialogue back and forth. Anytime you run your mouth and that's the first interaction you have, you just basically shot yourself in the foot. So, good job. Great job. Not understanding how to build friendships in life. And no, it's not because I'm an American and I'm sensitive because you're still here. It's the fact that you need to be told the truth because nobody's ever done that. You understand what I'm saying? Plenty of people watch me work out in the morning. It's for motivation. It's they get out and they work out with me. It's not that they're watching me. They're just participating. I wouldn't go watch another guy work out just to watch him work out. Unless I was gay. And then even at that, I don't care. If you're gay and you want to watch me work out, then do so. Just don't tell me about it. Because I don't want to know. Yeah, connect before you correct. That is absolutely spot on. You don't start talking to somebody and telling them how they need to change their life before you've actually made that connection with them, because it's not welcome. Oh, I got to skedaddle. I'm gonna let these power down real quick, these heaters. We'll see Wordy again. He's gay enough to where he'll come back and watch. He liked what he's seen, I'm sure. I'm sure. Positive. You don't look at this type of American and not be like, damn, look at that guy. Sexy as fuck. Us Americans, we got it. The foot's good, man, but if you would have seen it, when it happened, brother, this not that just one day that I showed the picture at the end of that video, it turned black, almost looked like it was dying, and then because of my nutrition and basically how I eat and I'm active every single day and stuff like that, within like the last 3 or 4 days, whatever it's been, it's almost completely all the black and blue is gone, and it's a little bit red and blue just on the toe only. It still hurts, it's still sensitive. I can feel that throbbing sensation as it's healing and all the swelling is continuing to go away.
and it gets achy. So I got to take ibuprofen every once in a while, but I can move it. I'm starting to be able to put a little pressure on it. I had to limp when I walked at first to keep all the pressure off of that side, and now, like if you watch, I can actually walk normal. I just have to try not to push it too much. Like don't try to walk fast because that will hurt it. But if I walk normal with just a nice light brisk pace, I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. It's still healing. You know what? If that weight hadn't have been down here like this and it would have been up here and I was trying to put it on like a barbell, that toe would have been broke. I would have had to have went in and they would have had to secure it to the next toe because I guess they really can't do too much for a broken toe. You gotta they fasten it to the toe next to it and put like a foot splint and stuff around it and it has to heal I guess the way it is or something like that. You as well, Jared. I hope everybody here has a great new year. Be safe. Don't talk to strangers. Don't do drugs. If you do talk to strangers, make sure you're very polite and be on your way. Don't stand around and talk too long because you never know what intentions they have. Uh, and maybe if you run into them a second time and they feel like talking, maybe then trust them a little bit. But today's day and age, no. I might walk and say hi, hey. There was me and my wife were going into Fogo de Chao, that Brazilian steakhouse, and there was a lady that was walking in behind us, and she had this really cute sweater, this fuzzy sweater, and it had a teddy bear that was sewn in the middle of it. And I'm trying to pay people in general more compliments when I see things that I kind of like, that I think is cool. And I turned around with my wife, and I don't ever say nice things to other women with my wife or at all because I respect my wife. But I had to on this one. I turned around, I looked at her sweater, and I was like, oh my God, that's really cute. That's just a plain tan sweater with just a sewn in teddy bear. It meant nothing other than trying to be cute. That's it. And my wife was like, that is really neat. That's cute. You didn't have no words on it. You weren't trying to be super flashy. And she smiled and she was like, "Oh my God, it just like made my day." And my wife, me and my wife, we talked to her for like the next 15 minutes, and just come to find out, she actually works there. So I've been trying to say nice things to strangers every once in a while in passing, um, just because they may not have heard anything nice in a while, and may be really down on themselves or something, and just need somebody to just pay them a compliment or just say hi to them. So that's what I've been trying to do lately. I don't know if you guys were you here for the Kia Soul? That Kia Soul, the evap code P0455, the evap purge valve, evap large leak kind of thing. It's gonna probably need a fuel tank, and that's what I said when I climbed under that thing when I was live streaming the other day, and I was like, man, I found some sloppy work that they did, but I don't know that that's actually why this thing is not clearing up and the code's going away. The fuel tank on that back lip is really rusty and it's kind of cauliflowered out a little bit. It doesn't look like it's leaking. I think it is. I think it's just in here with it being dark and me not being able to see very good. I'm going to get that car in the shop today and put it on the lift and put a smoke machine on it and then take my borescope and put it up on top of the tank. I bet you that tank is leaking because that thing will not clear the evap monitor. As soon as it goes to clear the evap monitor and it tries it a couple times, it'll flag a code P0455 large leak. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go now. You guys got anything to say? Worth buying a new oxygen sensor, P013202 circuit, slow response, bank 1 sensor 1. Yeah, I mean, something like that. Yeah, make sure the connection and everything's good. As long as the connection checks out. When it's a slow response type thing, I would think that more than likely it is geared towards being a sensor. So I wouldn't feel bad about throwing a sensor at that. That's something I probably would. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to work. Y'all be blessed. Thank you. Take care. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. I got to get at it. And stay warm. It's a little chilly out here. I even cleaned off the Grand Marquis this morning. I can't stand seeing it like that, but now it looks like I'm going to have to wait till after the winter, probably March, before I put the transmission in and finish it, unfortunately. And that's just how it happens sometimes. Happy New Year to you guys. Be safe. Hang out with your families. Try to stay off the roads as much as possible. Looks like I had a tree limb fall in the yard last night. Anyhow, I'm out. Love y'all. Peace. Uh-oh. 0. Oh, it did work. It did work. Nice. I thought I was dumb. All right, I'm going. Happy New Year.